We are concerned that there is a lack of transparency, a lack of detail of proposals. Typically, when the state of Connecticut has looked at retaining companies for the purposes of job growth or economics, we've had a lot more detail, whether it was Jackson Labs, whether it was Sikorsky or Pratt & Whitney. There's been conversation. Today, we've had no conversation.
And unfortunately, it's a long line of how this administration conducts itself on money that isn't theirs. Whether it's taxpayer money, where the governor calls it small ball when you have a chancellor taking $30,000 plus on a purchase card to lavish meals, etc., or when it comes down to just flippantly making comments that pension funds, where hard-earned state employees are putting their money in, their retirement is being invested in, to be invested in a WNBA team with little to no details of what that investment is going to look like.
We are not calling for anything different than what any other state in the country and its taxpayers and its state employees have. Connecticut is one of just 50 states that now has a sole fiduciary in its elected state treasurer responsible himself or herself for the management of tens of billions of dollars of funds without legal oversight that is adequate for the protection of those people, for our state, its taxpayers, and its state employees. Our simple ask is that it be made with the taxpayer and with the state employees' retirement monies in mind, rather than policy questions or political questions.
You have to ask the first question, is this for return on investment or is this for economic development? If it's for economic development, the pension fund is not appropriate. If it's a return on investment, we could have a conversation. But fundamentally, the concern that we do have is that we don't have a broader investment board that would take that decision out of politics and make the decision based on return on investment.
We proposed a bill in committee. Guess what? It was defeated along party lines 5 months ago. We could have been in a different position right now, not talking about the Connecticut Sun. We're talking about having one person be in charge of billions of dollars. That's a lot of money. Hard-earned taxpayer dollars, pension funds, one person. We're the only state. We have to make that policy change. We should take up Senator Fazio's bill in special session. The governor should admit that this is an important bill that's worthy of the attention of the entire legislature, and start putting some transparency and accountability in that office.
If we are going to special session at the end of October, we would like this bill to be resurrected and part of the conversation, because we are very concerned that Connecticut is treading into uncharted waters by beginning to make direct investments into corporations through a pension fund, which is largely unprecedented in this entire country. It has not been done. Having a sporting team in the state of Connecticut is important. We don't have a great track record. So to remind people, we had the Connecticut Tennis Center in 1991. We spent $18 million on that facility, which is now owned by Yale. We built the Norwich Stadium in 1995 for almost $10 million through a $6 million grant from DECD, which is now owned by the city of Norwich. I think they're now playing amateur baseball there, which isn't really giving us much of a return, obviously. We spent $3.5 million to renovate Yale Field, which is where the New Haven Ravens was located. They left in, I think, 2003. They were dissolved.